As a grad student, I love pasta because it's cheap and quick and absolutely delicious, and I can eat it pretty much any night of the week. However, there's only so many times you can eat tomato sauce and gussy that up before it's just tomato sauce on pasta again and again. So I have this little technique in my back pocket as a way of using vegetables and pasta in a new and kind of exciting way and being able to change it up whenever I feel like it. So the first thing we do is we start by adding a little bit of olive oil to our pan, our onion. This is kind of a staple. You have to always have onion. And carrots. If you don't like them, you can use something else, but I tend to like them a lot, so I use carrots. You can use some celery if you have it on hand. And just a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. So then you just sort of let these cook for about 3 to 5 minutes until they get soft and the onions get kind of translucent. We're gonna add garlic. Garlic is an absolute must-have in here.
Agreed.
So we're gonna let that get a little bit fragrant for a minute, and then we're gonna add thyme and some red pepper flakes. I think adding heat is always a really good idea.
It is.
But you can use any herb that you like. Basil, oregano,
Tarragon,
tarragon.
Provence.
Then the next thing we're gonna do is I like to add wine, and I think this is important, although you can just use broth if you'd like. And then we're gonna add chicken broth, although you could use vegetable broth.
Sure.
Yeah. If you want it to be vegetarian.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm gonna add some capers. So we're gonna let this sort of simmer and let the flavors blend for a few minutes. Just let that kind of simmer down and cook a little bit. Let's add our asparagus now.
Yeah.
So the key is just to taste along the way.
Yep. Just all along the way.
I like that.
Peas.
Yeah.
I did that anyway.
And then let's do some seasoning. Let's season our vegetables now that we have.
Good idea.
Now we're gonna let these simmer for just a few minutes until the asparagus is crisp tender. That's when you know it's time to toss it with the pasta, and it will keep cooking as you
That's
stir
right.
it.
It will
quite tender.
Tender crisp.
Right. Exactly. We're gonna add our pasta. And then you just start stirring. Just start getting all those starches going. Then you taste it and you see, where are we? Do we need more salt? Do we need more pepper? Do we want to add more red pepper flakes? Do we want to add more spices or seasonings? And then I like to finish this, particularly because it's spring, with something bright. Some lemon juice. And I want to do some zest, because the zest has a sort of floral and lemony smell and flavor to it that the juice just doesn't have. And then I want to add some finely grated Parmesan cheese. If you grate your cheese fine to go in the pasta, it'll absorb and melt faster and become part of the sauce, so it creates a little bit of a creaminess to it. So we're gonna add that. And then the last thing I like to do, and this is completely optional, is I like to finish with a little bit of butter, because that really helps thicken the sauce a little bit, give it a little body, and because you're not having meat or sausage or bacon or pancetta or anything like that in here, having a little bit of fat really helps it kind of stick together and gives the sauce a nice body. So, you know, just a tablespoon or two, whatever you're comfortable with. All right, we're all set. Just add a little parm on top, and we're good to go.
Looks delicious, Sharon.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
In the meantime, for more recipes and videos,
Head over to 3minutecooks.com.